Here's a question. We have 3 and 60/90ths. Take away 90/42, and I want to reduce. So we have the 5 steps of subtracting fractions, and first step is reducing. So I'm going to look for something that goes into the top number and the bottom number in each case. And I notice both end in 0, so I'm going to divide them by 10. And over here I have 90/42. They're both even, so I'm going to divide those by 2. And what do we get? We have 3 and 6/9. Take away 45/21. And I can see that they both can still reduce. They're both, everything's divisible by 3, so I'm going to divide the top and bottoms of everything by 3. So the 6/9 are divisible by 3, and the 45/21 are also divisible by 3, so I can do that. That gives me 3 and 2/3, take away 15/7. 15/7 is an improper fraction, and when subtracting or adding, we really don't want to have improper fractions. It just makes everything really difficult. So I'm going to convert the improper to mixed numbers by doing 15 divided by 7, which is 2, with a 1 remainder. So the 2 is the new whole number. It goes in the front, and the remainder goes up to the top and becomes our new numerator. So we have 3 and 2/3 take away 2 and 1/7, and the next thing we're going to do is find an LCD, lowest common denominator. The smallest number that 3 and 7 both go into is 21. So we're going to rewrite the fraction with a denominator of 21. Okay, so to get the 3 to become 21, we're going to multiply it by 7. To get the 7 to become 21, we're going to multiply it by 3. So whatever you do to the bottoms, you're going to do to the tops. So here the 2 gets multiplied by 7, the 3 gets multiplied by 7, giving us 14/21. Over here, the 7 gets multiplied by 3, giving us, here the 7 gets multiplied by 3, giving us 21. The 1 gets multiplied by 3, giving us 21. And here's our result. We have 3 and 14/21s, take away 2 and 3/21s. Now our next question is, do we need to borrow in order to subtract? Now you would only need to borrow if the numerator in the first fraction is smaller than the numerator in the second one. So the top number here is smaller than this one. In this case, the numerator is not smaller, so we don't need to borrow. So we're just going to subtract. So when we subtract, we subtract the numerator. So 14 take away 3 is 11, and we keep the denominators. And so we end up with 11/21. And then we subtract the whole numbers. 3 take away 2, and that gives us 1. So we have 1 and 11/21s. And then we want to ask ourselves, do we need to reduce again? Okay, so we start with reducing and we end with reducing. What goes into 11 that also goes into 21? Nothing, because 11 is a prime number and 11 does not go into 21, so there we go. And that's our final answer. Have a good day.